Okay, now we have probably the absolute best all-around play. Now, this is a run stopper play, like a outside stretch run stopper, but they're not going to be able to pass on it. To me, I think this play is just as good as the play that I've been raving about lately. That's in the 4-6 defensive ebook. That stops the run. Now, this is from the 3-4 Predator. And watch how good this is, and you'll see. We are going to do this from the cover 4. Now, just bear with me here, because this is insane. Now, I'll show it to you against halfback stretch. Now, you don't really even have to base a line. Like, even if this guy's out wide here, this, where is he? Something's wrong with my controller. This guy. You don't even really have to baseline. But what you do here is spreading the D-line is optional. But slant them outside, which is left on the D-pad, up on the right stick. QB contain L2 R1. And then play underneath coverage, which is Y or triangle, down on the right stick. Now this is going to shut down all those powerful outside runs, and you're going to clean up the runs if it's a run, and if it's a pass, you're going to stay right here, cover anything in this middle area, and they're not going to ever beat you deep against this. So you're going to stop these halfback stretches if you have to. You make the tackle yourself, but a lot of times the DNs will, look, they're on the contain. A lot of times they'll make the tackle, or the guys, the linebackers on the flat routes, they'll make the tackle. Look, that's just poor tackling by me, but you're going to stop those overpowered runs. Now here, I'm not going to spread the line. Just slant them outside, QB contain, play underneath coverage. I mean, they're not going to be able to beat you on those outside runs anymore. Now, the reason why you could spread all linebackers and spread the D-line, slant the D-line outside, QB contain, you just got to watch for the inside runs when you spread the D-line. So that's why I say maybe you don't have to always spread the defensive line. And go for it. They're going to get nowhere. This is going to be a lot. You're going to shut down their run. Then they're going to think, all right, well, maybe you could pass on them. But you're in a cover 4. So if they, let's say, try to go 4 verticals, and I'm going to try to control both people here. Nobody is open except maybe, you know, the underneath running back coming out. But this is going to shut down all runs to the outside. Look, they're going to get nowhere. Your job as a linebacker is going to try and force them back inside. And there's going to be guys there. And if not, you just make the tackle. They're not going to be able, and if they flip the play, run it that way, they're going to get shut down. Now let's see, hold on, about inside runs, halfback dives. So, I mean, it's a little bit weaker against halfback dives, especially if you spread the D-line, then slant them outside. Go to the dive again. See, it creates a little bit bigger holes, but it gets quickly shut down. That's why it's your call if you want to spread the D-line, then slant them outside, QB contain, and play underneath coverage. But this is right here, just a little tip. When you have the 2 outside defensive end, this guy's a linebacker here in this formation, but he looks like a D end. When they're both on contains and you have two flats on that same side, like you see the two outside linebackers. This is the recipe of stopping outside runs. Look, they're not going to be able to get anywhere. And this is why I like to find plays that when you stop the outside runs, because I like to do it in plays where they're not going to be able to pass on you either. And what better to do it than in a cover 4? So you're going to frustrate your opponent when stopping the run. He's going to try and, I don't know, pass on you after you set this up. And what's open? Here, this X is open, but that's my guy. I'm using 2 controllers. And you could also leave them in the purple zones. I just like to put them in hard flats for run stopping purposes. But again, with this play, if you know they're passing, you could still set this up. Let's say they go into a play action pass. Now, boom, X is covered. You know, maybe the flats. Maybe that's the only thing you're giving up. But this is a cover 4 that stops the run with these little adjustments. And this is from the 3-4 over Ed. So this is strictly Ravens playbook right there. So again, I'll put in the description the setups of spreading the line and spreading the linebackers as optional. Baseline is also optional, but I'll show you how you baseline here. Spread the D-line, spread all linebackers, slant the D-line outside, QB contain, play underneath coverage. I mean, to stop the run, I would baseline, slant the D-line outside, QB contain, play underneath coverage. I wouldn't spread the D-line. Again, that's your call. I mean, look at that. So when you base a line, you see this linebacker? Now he could also help on runs to the right, which if you keep him out there, he's not really much a factor if they run the ball to the right. But you'll see if you watch, see that linebacker? He comes running over too. So I would always base a line, even if you have a slot receiver out there. So base a line, slant the D-line outside, QB contain, play underneath coverage. Here is your lockdown run play and the pass. So you're going to make them one-dimensional with this play. I know this is a little bit longer of a video, but this is more details with this. But here it is. I mean, even if you want to do something like this, you still have 3 deep, and you're playing the outside. They're not going to be able to do much on you. Now, I know I usually give blitzes, but I love plays like this. Now, if they try to pass, I mean, you're covering the field. I mean, slants will eat this play up because slants eat up zones. But if you start manning people up. But this is an all-around, probably the best all-around play in this ebook now. You try this out, you will make your opponent one-dimensional. Stay tuned for the next play.